Hello, and welcome to Select 10. Are you tired of the scrolling on Prime Video and struggling to find a good movie? Then you are in the right place. Amazon Prime is boosting up its lineup in 2025 with something out of the usual. From mind-bending science fiction to bold, unique thrillers to acclaimed indie gems, these are 10 of the best movies on Prime that you should see right now. Number 10. The Lost City of Z. Directed by James Gray, it is an adventure drama from 2016. Based on the true narrative of British adventurer Percy Fawcett, the film chronicles his persistent journey into the Amazon in the early 20th century in pursuit of a secret hidden society he thinks resides deep within the forest. Despite his suffering and academic disapproval, Fawcett gets fixated on confirming his theory and embarks on several dangerous journeys into unexplored territory. The film is a cerebral drama picture with an extravagant visual aesthetic that prioritizes character development and philosophical ambition over action. Charlie Hunnam portrays Fawcett with a strong, subtle performance, while James Gray's direction lends the narrative a classic splendor. The visual effects, particularly the Amazon environment, are frighteningly elegant. However, the movie's tranquil pace and reflective atmosphere may turn off audiences used to a fast-paced jungle adventure. Despite sacrificing excitement for tranquility, it is a must-see for anyone who enjoys epic stories and intellectual adventure flicks. Number 9. 28 Weeks Later. It is a 2007 horror thriller directed by Juan Carlos Fresnadillo. The film begins 6 months after the rage virus ravaged Britain, when NATO forces, commanded by the US military, attempt rebuilding and establishing a sanctuary in London. As the survivors are progressively let go back to the city, the virus reappears, pandemonium quickly erupts, and another horrifying epidemic ensues, making the military's attempts to contain it ruthlessly desperate. While not as detailed or wildly raw as 28 Days Later, the second installment is a gritty, high-stakes follow-up that packs more action and darkness. The movie looks at issues of giving up, regret, and excessive authority in times of crisis. It also has a good cast, which includes Rose Byrne and Jeremy Renner. Overall, 28 Weeks Later establishes itself as a deserving sequel with its relentless pace, gritty realism, and intriguing tension. While it lacks the uniqueness of its predecessor, it stands out in the zombie subgenre owing to its themes of military action and huge-scale horror. Number 8. Caddo Lake. It's a 2024 mystery thriller directed by Celine Held and Logan George. The story takes place in the mysterious swamps that border Texas and Louisiana and centers on 8-year-old Anna, who vanishes into the darkness on Caddo Lake. The movie mixes together two timelines. One is around Ellie, Anna's young stepsister, who seeks explanations, while the second is around a man named Paris, who deals with his mother's death in a vehicle accident near the lake, convinced there is more to the incident. Enhanced by the powerful swamp environment, Caddo Lake is a frightening, twisty puzzle that transforms from a rooted family story into a supernatural paradox. The film's emotional resonance, particularly from Scanlon and O'Brien, is solid, along with its complex and crazy sci-fi thrills and its mix of suspense and poignant tone. However, the plot is extraordinarily complex and demands careful attention to fully understand the twisted timelines. Overall, Caddo Lake is an unsettling and gratifying experience for those who enjoy gothic mysteries and family drama with a challenging narrative. Number 7. Ashfall. It is a 2019 catastrophe thriller centered on a catastrophic volcanic eruption from Mount Paektu, which threatens to cause powerful earthquakes over the Korean peninsula. The story begins with experts foreseeing future cataclysmic eruptions, while a high-stakes mission is initiated with Captain Jo In Chang, who is tasked to retrieve a device that could release the pressure in the lava before the mountain erupts again. The movie features epic scenes, from falling structures to tectonic destruction, which enhance the epic visuals and disaster events. However, the film's tone is inconsistent as it mixes humor, melodrama, and disaster cliches. But Ashfall delivers on its promise. High-budget disaster thrills enhanced by compelling actors and psychological ramifications. Even though it periodically loses its thematic continuity and overuses well-worn cliches, action-packed disaster moviegoers should not miss it. Number 6. Abigail. It is a 2025 horror comedy film that was directed by Tyler Gillett and Matt Bettinelli-Olpin. The film follows a group of thieves who kidnap a 12-year-old dancer and demand a large ransom. Instead, Abigail, who reveals herself to be a supernatural vampire, traps them in a remote mansion, causing a clash that forces the kidnappers to fight for their lives in a bloody struggle. The film is packed with stylish gothic visuals and outrageous gore that keep you hooked all the time. Dan Stevens brings vitality as a shady criminal mastermind, and Alicia Weir's portrayal of Abigail is brilliantly effective, alternating between innocence and threat. The film's incisive idea and initial suspense are excellent, but an average last act feels overwhelming. Overall, Abigail is worth watching if you're looking for a darkly humorous, bloody, campy, and well-performed interpretation of vampire mythology. Just refrain from anticipating a deep story. Its appeal is in the chaos of style rather than the depth of the narrative. Number 5. Winter's Bone. It is a 2010 teen drama directed by Deborah Granick. The drama takes place in Missouri's untamed Ozark Mountains and centers on 17-year-old Ree Dolly, who serves as her family's foundation after her father, who had pledged their house as security, vanishes. As eviction approaches, Ree breaches the locals' silence by going in search of her father, who has gone missing. Her quest tests her determination and reveals the intense loyalty and threats ingrained in her surroundings as she enters a shadowy community of drug traffickers and violent relatives. The movie introduces audiences to a desolate, frigid world where survival instincts and lawlessness rule. It offers emotional sincerity and understated drama, with suspense delivered through interpersonal interactions rather than action. Overall, Winter's Bone is a mesmerizing movie that combines coming-of-age themes with countryside thriller intensity. Anchored by a stunning lead performance and realistic storytelling, it's a must-see for anyone interested in solid, character-driven cinema and the rise of Jennifer Lawrence as a big artist. Number 4. Brothers. Directed by Jim Sheridan, it is a gripping family drama from 2009. The story follows Marine Captain Sam Cale, who is assumed deceased after his aircraft crashes in Afghanistan. At home, Sam's wife Grace and their 2 girls get assistance from his unpredictable younger brother Tommy. However, in a state of sorrow, guilt, and loss, the close-knit group disintegrates when Sam suddenly returns, severely scarred and doubtful. Maguire portrays Sam's decline into PTSD with eerie sensitivity in a performance that defines the trajectory of his career. Portman maintains emotional footing as the mother stuck in a moral quagmire, while Gyllenhaal's Tommy provides sympathetic counterbalance as the thoughtful, guilt-ridden sibling. However, the sleek approach overshadowed the genuine psychological honesty of its Danish predecessor. But when seen as a whole, Brothers is an impressive, character-centered drama that examines how identity and trust crumble in the wake of conflict. Number 3. The Blackout. It is a 2019 sci-fi action thriller that takes place in a post-apocalyptic future when most of the world has lost power, except for Moscow and Eastern Europe. The narrative centers on military teams as they explore the shadowy areas in search of the cause and discover a force responsible for the blackout, laying the groundwork for a fierce and deadly struggle for survival. The film combines worldwide disaster and alien invasion, addressing topics of human breakdown and bizarre influence. The extensive set pieces and visual effects create spooky world-building and dramatic annihilation. But when the story progresses from enigmatic mystery to full-scale action, it can feel strange due to the lack of character development, and the excessive number of shattered plots results in the story's unpredictable feel. Overall, it is a concept-driven science fiction film with an extraterrestrial invasion twist that provides enough entertainment to keep you interested. Number 2. Bone Tomahawk. It is a 2015 genre-bending horror and western film that stays with you long after the final credits have rolled. The movie is set in the 1890s and follows Sheriff Franklin Hunt as he takes a motley crew on a risky rescue expedition into a barren region. However, when a group of settlers are kidnapped by an underground tribe of cannibalistic troglodytes, the group goes into the spooky Valley of the Starving Men to find them. Director S. Craig Zahler employs a slow-burning style, allowing tension to build through slow conversation and stark landscape imagery. The film's compelling last act, which includes gory, practical effects violence, is both startling and memorable. While the film's methodical pacing requires patience, it is a horror western classic that defies expectations with both meaningful character development and frightening carnage. It is a must-see for lovers of gothic, gritty film and slow-burning suspense, owing to its uncompromising harshness and genre bending. Number 1. Zodiac. It is a 2007 true crime thriller directed by David Fincher that follows the real-life Zodiac killer case in 1960s and 1970s San Francisco. The film follows 3 men, artist Robert Graysmith, policeman Dave Toschi, and journalist Paul Avery, whose daily lives are dominated by unsolved murders and mysterious letters written by the mysterious killer. What starts out as rigorous police work turns into a compulsive labyrinth of leads, suspects, and failures that is chronicled in years of meticulous analysis. Fincher's direction is technical but atmospheric, creating suspense with perfect pacing, dark lighting, and meticulous focus on historical accuracy. The great performances lift the film, but for some viewers, its slow tempo and unresolved ending may come across as aloof or unsatisfactory. Overall, Zodiac is a top-tier investigative thriller that serves as both a murder mystery and an examination of obsession. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. Do subscribe to our channel to see more videos related to movies and series suggestions.